What's up, squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going out. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button for me. Before we get in the video, make sure y'all check out Life with Recklezz 2.0. It's my other YouTube channel that's dropping music and other things on there. Other than, politics and stuff, news and stuff that's going around. So definitely, if y'all love music, make sure y'all check that channel out. Comment down what y'all think, I should react to on that channel. And definitely my clothing line is in the description box down below also. So make sure y'all check that out, www.ainksworldwide.com. Let's get in this video, y'all.
The New York Appeals Court has now rejected former President Donald Trump's request to lift the gag order in his New York criminal case. It appears Trump will have to campaign under Judge Juan Merchan's gag order through the 2024 election.
Doing everything they can. Everything they can.
No, the trial is already over. Legal experts claim Merchan's refusal to lift the gag order is a vast overreach of power. Here's what Jonathan Turley wrote. You have a local New York judge effectively limiting what the leading presidential candidate can say in the months leading up to the election. The continuation of the gag order seems untethered from any compelling rationale. Putting aside the questionable value of the continuation of the gag order, in this case, Judge Merchan is ignoring the countervailing cost for the political system. George.
Well, I'm not a New York lawyer. I'm a Texas lawyer, proudly, but there isn't much precedence for...
So you're better.
Exactly.
Such a humble brag.
We're bigger. Bigger and better. But no, I would say that there isn't precedence here in New York. Other celebrities that have been under similar gag orders typically have had that gag order lifted by the district judge as the underlying issues are litigated at the appellate level. And I think President Trump will eventually have his court day, whether it's at a higher level or in the federal court system.
How high could it go? Could it go to the U.S. Supreme Court?
If he chooses to appeal that, he can. And, look, I think it only benefits since this lawfare campaign has.
Hey, and I know this ain't got nothing to do with this video in particular, but what's going on with this migrant? I want to see what's going on. I had seen it a couple times on there. I want to see what's going on. I think something happened in New York, if I'm not mistaken. A dude coming from Texas and the R word and all of that.
Throughout the country against the president, it only benefits him. I mean, if you look,
definitely got to check that out.
The correlation between this legal aspect of what the left is bringing against him, particularly blue progressive DAs, you'll see that his polling has only increased and gotten stronger over time.
Oh, sure.
So, last time I was with you. Yeah, in the fundraising. So,
yeah.
Last time I was with you, I remember sharing that it's not like Democrats are asking me for advice, but I would have shut down the lawfare strategy and just focused on issues. But that's what this president is not interested in doing.
That was long before the verdict. So I have to share with the audience, you are hot on this issue. I've never seen you pound your notes.
I am. Look, the New York Appeals Court, so viewers understand, that's the highest court in New York. So essentially it's their Supreme Court. When you are talking about political speech, core political speech, you get the highest level of scrutiny. A law is considered under strict scrutiny. And for all those, I know it sounds like legalese, the point is we really look and make sure that laws do not affect political speech. I do not see how anyone can argue that a gag order on a presidential candidate 7 days before a presidential election does not implicate the First Amendment. Donald Trump's lawyer specifically said there's a debate coming up. What happens on the stage when Joe Biden cites Michael Cohen or cites Stormy Daniels? What else will go there? Trump can't answer.
See what I mean, y'all? It's things that they doing. I'm telling you, things that they doing that is literally trying everything they can to make. But the thing is that they not realizing is that we know. When you know what they're doing, when you know what Trump can't say, when you know when you have these things, okay. We know what's going on, so it's okay. It's not gonna change nobody's mind. Only people that's getting changed mind is leaving from I used Obama this, Joe Biden that. I'm tired of it. I'm about to ride with the Trump way. Other than that, nobody's not gonna change their mind over that. Nobody's not doing that.
Trump can't answer. How is that good for the American people? This is the highest court in New York, and I find the ruling to be shameful.
Emily, how can that happen at that debate if that comes up? I mean, that's like someone accusing you of murder, and you can't say, I didn't do it.
And the thing that is so disheartening as well, to carry your ball a little further about the strict scrutiny, is that think about in the court of law, we talk about this often, when the prejudicial nature, the court balances whether something will prejudice or it has probative value. Essentially, let me weigh whether the damaging impact of this particular issue outweighs whether it helps. And the point is that you always defer to the defendant. You always defer to something that is remediable, so that you err on the side of helping the defendant, so that you err on the side of protecting political speech or whatever constitutional right you have at that moment. So here, it really boggles my mind that they wouldn't err on the side of protecting a political candidate, a presidential political candidate's speech,
Right.
especially because the trial ended. So, look, I'm not the president's attorney, but I would say answer away, Mr. President, and just deal with the consequences after, because the consequences from him speaking as he should on that stage during the debate will have far greater consequences, better for him than acquiescing to this ridiculous gag order.
Kennedy, that Emily's talking about are for the American people. I mean, if they can't hear from the presidential candidate, then how do they vote? I mean, that is the height of election interference.
Yeah.
Well, it has been benefiting the former president so far. So, you know, if I were him, I would actually secretly want them to keep the gag rule in order, or the gag order in
But
place.
he's got to be able to fight back.
Well, of course he should fight back. He should look like he's fighting back, but secretly it's like, hey man, I would love to tell you guys the truth, but I can't. My lips are sealed by this entire establishment that is trained against me and just.
And then other than that, we know what he's going through. We know what he can't say, but we know what so I can see what she's saying.
To squash me and you and your future prosperity. And so I think it's one of the best things that has happened to him. It's one of the remnants of the case.
Wow.
It's the stinky bologna that's been left in the fridge for over an hour, and everyone knows it smells to high heaven. But at this point, it's benefiting him, so let's keep it right where it is.
Hey, everyone.
That's just being real. I think that's the best way to look at it. And I like what she's saying, because it's just keeping that positive attitude, being positive about the whole situation, because that's all you can do. We know what the probability is going to be once, November comes, and that's just what it is, So make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button. More videos will be dropped. Make sure y'all go check out Life Reckless 2.0. Catch y'all next one.